So for vegetable gardening, we could do a paper or a video. I decided to do a video. I recently started a garden in my backyard, and there's a couple of things that I thought would be interesting to show. So here we go. So the first thing I want to talk about is why I decided to put this raised bed here. About 21 years ago when this house was built, there was a raised pool, or an above ground pool, should I say, but they took all the soil and put it over there and filled it in with sand. So nothing except for weeds can grow over there. You can see the little level difference in the ground. So anything over here is sand, everything over here is soil. The second reason why I decided to put this bed here is because of the lighting. So the sun rises somewhere over here, and then it sets over there. So it gets most of the sun throughout the day, except for about 4 p.m. I think. It's about when it starts to go behind the fence. But I think everything will be fine. So I'll go ahead and talk about how I made the bed. There used to be a deck that led up to the pool, and you can see over there all the wood that we saved from it. And so both of these beds actually were made from that wood. It didn't take very long. My grandpa and my brother helped me make it. It took about a day to make this one and maybe 2 days to make that one. So it's only one block or one wood slat high. But yeah, so I want to mention that everything that was used to make this bed and that bed, excluding the little fence lining in there, was from things that I already had laying around. So everything is reused for this purpose. Specifically, these signs that I've made, I don't know how long they'll last with the Sharpie on it, but they've held with a few waters. They were just scraps laying around in my garage. And these little sticks, they're the bamboo sticks that I used last year to hold up my tomatoes. And I had too many, so I decided to use them to make little row liners to show me where everything ends and begins. So I'll go ahead and talk about what's inside my bed. There's green beans, catgrass, catnip, big boy tomatoes, sweet peppers or banana peppers, basil, turnip, corn, and sunflowers. So I did a couple of transplants. I think I originally did 5. But in this bed there's the peppers, the tomatoes, the basil, and the corn. I did onions, but my cat got to it before I could put them out. So I thought I had put them inside where the cat couldn't get it, but of course my cat turned out to be a pest and ate some of the corn. I think it'll still be fine, but we'll see. But I also decided to do a little experiment. Some of the seed packets said that they needed to be indoor planted 6 to 8 weeks before being planted outside. But I decided to plant some of them directly outside to see what was going on. To see basically if it would work outside before planting them inside. I'm sure most of them do, like corn, but I don't know. I just wanted to see what the difference was. If they turned out like a different color or if they didn't come up at all. I just thought it'd be cool to learn. So next I want to talk about this bed. There's only one vegetable in here, but I still think it's cool to talk about. So like this one was also made from the old deck wood. This is 2 slats high because, like I said, this is all sand. So you can see where the blue lining is. It's a tarp. It goes from over there all the way to over here. We also had that laying around in our house. But because this is sand, I had to make raised beds. So all this is raised bed soil, and that one over there is topsoil. So I'll talk about what's in it. This is strawberries. I got these from Lowe's. They're transplants, but I tried to do some inside, but they just didn't work out. I only had one little bitty one. I think I already dumped them out, but I had one little bitty leaf come up, but I decided just to go to Lowe's and get some. These are spider lilies. I got those from work. But this is the bed I really want to talk about, because as you can see, there's onions in this bed, and I did 2 different kinds. So on this side, I did ruby burgundy, or red burgundy. Sorry, red burgundy. And on this side, I put Walla Walla. And I've never heard of those before. I got them from Lowe's, so I guess they're legit. But they looked more like shallots to me. But I'm excited to see what they taste like, if they taste any different or if they grow any different. So I kind of want to talk about what's over here in this part. You can see there's kind of a little lump right here. I planted elephant ears. And I know it's not a vegetable, but they came in this huge bulb, and I thought it was really cool, and I can't wait to see what they look like. So yeah, this bed, it was made about 2 years ago. My brother helped me make this one. It was falling apart, but we've tried to keep it together with cinder blocks. But yeah, I'm excited to see how the onions turn out and how fast they'll grow. One more thing I want to talk about is these are what I put my plants in when I was transplanting them. So everything that I put in that bed that was a transplant was in these. So you can even see where they were labeled. Half of them didn't even, pop up, but I'm not sure if it was just too small, if they were getting too much water, too little water. I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm happy how it turned out. I'm definitely excited to see how well they grow. So over here, you can see where there was a pool, which is that blue pool over there. It was full of topsoil that I got from the rock place. And originally I was going to put it in here because this used to be a compost pile. But it made more sense to put it in a bed. But I do put all my vegetable scraps in here still and turn it around, but these are also old plants. You can see old lantana and some soil that I used for other things. I don't plan on using this anytime soon, so I think it'll be okay, but I definitely need to do more research on composting. So really quick, I actually wanted to talk about these two. I know they're not a vegetable, but they are bananas. They don't produce bananas here anyways, I guess. At least I haven't gotten into. But I got these from a friend, and it was originally just one, but now there were 4 when I cut them back in the winter, or right before the winter. But yeah, they're growing pretty good. They were not even shooting, but about a week ago they shot up, and now they're past my kneecaps. So the next thing I want to talk about in my backyard is we planted mint. This is chocolate mint. Along the house, we used to get ants really bad. So I planted chocolate mint, and I want to say this is just regular mint over here. I need to weed eat, but we have always heard that when you planted mint, it would ward off ants. We had an ant issue for a little while, but yeah, I thought it was really cool because it spreads like crazy, but it keeps the ants away. It seems to be working. So that was my garden, or gardens in my backyard. I had a lot of fun making these and just watching the plants grow inside, and I'll be happy this spring and summer to see how big they get. I've done corn before, but I've never had it get all the way to the ear. I've had bird issues, a lot of pests. Originally I had okra back here. For some reason it kept coming back. I'm not really sure how, but it did. But it also attracted a lot of ants, so I had to get rid of those. But I've had a lot of experience with vegetables specifically. This is my first time growing herbs. So the catnip, the catgrass, and basil, and even the mint, it's been there, but I mean, it's the only herb that I've ever had grown, or myself anyways. So yeah, I just thought this would be very interesting to see my backyard and to see all that I've done. I know it still needs work, but it's a start, and I'm happy to show updates about how big they've gotten once they're either ready to pull or halfway through. Thanks.